Alrighty then, back once again for another reaction. This time it's MLP Season 6, Episode 14, The Cart Before the Ponies, which is based on the old-time phrase, putting the cart before the horse. So I assume someone is going to lose sight of something, and the word cart makes me excited for what's either going to be something down on the apple farm, with the carriages or carts that carry apples, that sort of thing, or we could be in for Wacky Races, or somebody could be doing some other kind of karting. I don't know. This is one of the few episodes I've had no spoilers for, but the title alone has had me speculating, and from slight things I've heard people saying, including, oh, I hope someone does something to do with Wacky Races or something. I'm hoping somehow in Equestria we can have the equivalent of racing? Not a foot race, not Pegasi flapping against each other, but a race in vehicles? How would that even work? Is this like a soapbox thing, or is Celestia going to say, guess what guys, we've invented the automobile, everyone can have one? I have no idea. I'm excited to find out though. I was supposed to be recording Zootopia today, for the 11k special, which is bizarrely going to be released at this rate before the 10k special, which is the Q&A, because Q&As, I yet again underestimated how long it takes to actually make those suckers, so that's why that is as many months late as it is. But I was supposed to be recording Zootopia today, but other things got in the way and I've only got time to record something the length of a regular episode. So I'll probably try and get Zootopia recorded tomorrow and uploaded tomorrow. Yeah, we'll do that. Anyway, I'm excited to find out how this is going to go, or what even the context is. So we're just going to get right into it. Make sure you're at the beginning, and off we go. That class seems to get smaller every day.
Good morning, every pony. I hope you brought your thinking caps, because today we're going to learn
Does
about
this count?
Physics?
Physics?
Specifically, the use of force in energy conversion.
I liked this kind of science lesson at school.
Using mechanical work to convert potential energy into kinetic energy.
The what now? Miss Cheerly? That sounds a bit over our heads. Yeah. Why would we even need to know that stuff?
Oh, it's very important. In fact, you'll most likely end up using it tomorrow.
Tomorrow? What for?
Why?
We are making soapboxes, aren't we?
Applewood Derby!
Yeah! Here we go, a soapbox derby. Awesome. Sweet.
For a second, I thought we were gonna have to, learn stuff.
I know, right?
I keep my motor clean. Full steam space machine. When you're behind the wheel. Full steam space machine.
I failed to mention it in the previous episode, but isn't it nice to see that space finally filled up?
Applewood Derby tomorrow? That's so cool! My family's talked about it for years, and now I'm finally old enough to race!
Now hold on to your horseshoes, every pony. You've got a lot of work to do before you're ready to race.
Yeah, but...
We need driving lessons.
Right?
There'll be a block of applewood just like this one waiting for you at Sweet Apple Acres tomorrow. And you've got 1 day to turn it into a race-ready cart.
A DIY project.
That is a lot of work.
Well, you've made those badass float.
To pick an older pony to help you. But choose wisely, because they'll
Sister
also have
teams.
to ride in the cart with
Sister
you during
teams.
the race.
I think I know just the pony to ask. Me too! Me three!
Just remember, every pony, your cart has to be able to finish the race if you want to win one of the awards. Fastest, for winning the race, naturally. most traditional, for the best working replica of an original Applewood cart. And most creative, for the cart with the
And
best
each
overall
CMC
design.
will earn a different medal. Okay.
Those ribbons are the bee's knees.
All right then, class. You've got a lot to learn if you want to build a race cart.
I used to like the science episodes where we did things with weights and slopes and, you know, physics stuff. It was great. I wish we'd got something like this.
Carts used to look like in the olden days? Yeah, I know all about that.
Huh.
When Ponyville started the Derby, they decided to use the wood from our apple trees for the carts. The race has been a part of Sweet Apple Acres ever since. I
Nice.
just think these old carts look so cool. But I guess you and Applejack will probably win the award for most traditional, huh? The apples usually do, but honestly, I'd rather build the fastest cart there is and win the race.
Oh, I see.
But I'm pretty sure Scoot and Rainbow Dash will take that award. You know, I race around so much on my scooter, being the fastest isn't such a big deal. Maybe I'll try to make the wildest looking cart I can think of.
Alright.
Really?
Shooting for
Sure.
something
If I'm the
different.
most
I can get
creative,
behind
you
this.
can totally win the award for fastest.
Although that
And
probably
I can
sets
win
them
the
up for
award for
failure. I don't know.
traditional. Sounds like we're all gonna try something different.
Be interesting to see what direction this takes it.
Let's get to it. Go Crusaders!
Yeah.
Are you kidding? Of course I'll help with
Of
the
course I
outfit.
won't.
I want you to have as much fun as I did when I was a filly. Wait, Cloudsdale has a derby too?
Sure, practically every town in Equestria has one.
I still remember.
I wish we'd
racing
have
my
gotten to
Cloud
see
cart.
some before this point.
This is so awesome!
Everything's awesome according to you.
And let me guess. You won fastest cart. Obviously. So what do you say? Will you help me make my race cart?
Help you? I'm all over it. I've got tons of ideas.
Okay.
Don't worry. I've got a lot of ideas of my own. What are you looking for?
The blueprint for my derby cart, of course. I'll have to change it a little because this race is on roads, not on clouds. But trust me, your cart is gonna be amazing.
Don't forget the turbo drive.
Rainbow Dash, thanks. How awesome is this? With Dash on my team, how could anything go wrong?
Oh,
I'm
cartoons.
mighty flattered you want to work with your big sis on your cart. I mean, the Applewood Derby did start on our farm.
I know.
Well, I couldn't be more proud to help my little sister take the prize for most traditional.
Actually, I was kind of thinking of something else. Like fastest?
Fastest? Apple, things aren't like they were in the old days. The fastest cart now has got to be slick and modern. and
Exactly.
not Apple at all. The apples win most traditional. We have since the Derby started. Why would any pony want to win anything else? Now, why don't you head off and get some camel
I
turbines,
see what's
some hickory
going on
sticks, and
here.
some apple barrels, and I'll show you what an apple family cart should look like.
They're trying to
Guess
relive
I
it
do have a
as
family
they had
tradition
it.
to uphold.
They're not really listening to the fact that the sisters want something different.
Of course I'll help. Wow. Rarity, I didn't know you'd be this
It's an understandable error.
Oh, but I'm just itching to right an old wrong.
It's not like they're out of character or anything.
I designed my own cart when I was just a filly, and I was positive I was going to win the prize for most creative hooves down.
Who
But
upstaged
I
you?
came in second. Second!
I found bees!
Second for most creative? To whom?
Debbie!
But I learned a valuable lesson. I learned to know my audience, and the race cart audience wants big. They want bold. Chop chop, every pony out. We've got work to do.
I like the subtle show of how far a business has come. Her main customers were them hoity-toity types.
Boldest derby cart to ever win the prize for most creative.
Actually, I was sort of thinking of something more traditional.
Please, darling, leave tradition to the apples. We're too big, we're too bold.
Yeah, it's your own views, not your sister's.
Finally, be in my hooves.
You mean my
You're
hooves?
trying to relive your past.
Darling, I hope you're ready to get an early start tomorrow.
Now I think Rainbow was lying when she said she came in
How
first.
early?
Did she come in second? Oh dear.
Rarity, the sun's not even up yet.
Technically it is.
Quit complaining. In my day, we were up even early.
If the light reaches you, it counts, I
Get up
think.
in the middle of the night if it means my cart crosses that finish line first and wins fastest. And my cart wins most creative.
Yeah, you're
And
saying
my
your
wins
cart.
most Traditional.
It's
Hoo-wee,
their
it's gonna be a
cart.
good day.
You mean our carts, right? Yes, that's what we said, darling.
Yep.
Our
Yeah,
carts.
this is fine. Some people were saying, "Oh, I don't like the way, like I think either Rainbow or Rarity acted in this episode." And I see what you're getting at, but it's fine.
Like the team cart, right? Of course. I mean, they're all our older sisters, practically. Plus, they've all done this before. I'm sure they know best. Let's just buckle down and get to work.
Aww. Come on. I want to see more than 1 minute of race time. I want to see Wacky Races shit, and I want to see it
Where
now.
have you been? I've only got till noon to make the fastest cart ever. About that, I was really thinking of going for the most creative prize. I mean, I know all about speed already, so...
Exactly. It's all about speed. We've got to get across the finish line to win a prize, so we might as well get there first, right?
Hey, I left a bunch of paint cans by the road. Bring them up here, would you?
This is fun.
Fun is painting racing stripes on the winning cart.
Right. Fun. Spending time building the car with my big sister? Wow, this is just terrific. How can I help?
You can feast your eyes on this. I mean, it ain't
Wow.
quite finished yet,
Oh, good.
but don't it have the makings of the best cart you ever did see? Is something wrong, Apple Bloom?
Actually, I was kind of thinking of something a little more modern and less rickety. With maybe a chance of winning?
Bless my hooves, I thought we covered this. Tradition is all that counts, and who knows tradition better than apples? No, Pony, that's who. So, are you an apple, or are you an apple?
I'm an apple, but what if I just take off this fringe?
No, not the fringe!
Not the fringe.
Why, shoot! Now I've got to start all over from scratch, and it's almost race time.
Oh, so maybe we can redesign it then. Just a little.
No time! And who'd want to redesign something that's already perfect?
Right. Perfect.
Since when did
Okay,
you
so
put
let's
so
sketch
much
out some
emphasis
for
on
ideas.
tradition for tradition's sake?
Fringe on top.
I don't remember that specific aspect of your character too well.
And that yellow is the least bold color I can imagine. Well, it doesn't have to be yellow, but I really do love the old-timey style. Like this. Sweetie Belle, precious face. Old-timey is
Precious
just another
face.
word for passé. Remember big and bold. I do have a reputation to uphold. It was one thing to
Oh,
lose
come
as a
on, it's not
woman,
about your
but can you
reputation, it's about some
imagine if
kids
I
having
win the most
fun.
creative now? Ponies might stop buying my couture. But we're supposed to be doing this together. Yes, of course we are, darling. In fact, we just finished. I know, you're speechless. But if that isn't big and bold, I don't know what is.
Well,
Isn't it?
it's certainly bold.
Right. Wonderful.
Ooh. Song? I like it. Or just a montage? Yeah, montage, okay. Now you see, my problem with this episode, like if you could call it that, is they seem to be spending a bit too much time on this obvious conflict, when I really would have just loved an episode about straight up racing, you know, neck and neck, using dirty gadget-like tricks, doing cool moves, you know, that sort of stuff. Could we not have just played that straight? No? Yes, I think my opinion is resting on how well executed the race is, basically. The third act.
Rarity's definitely made the biggest, boldest cart any pony's ever seen. Wow. Well, Applejack's built something so traditional, it's practically an antique. No matter what I say, there's no talking Rainbow Dash out of making the fastest cart in Equestria.
That does look
Doesn't
cool,
look like
though.
any of us ended up with what we wanted. But I'm sure our older sisters know what they're doing. Right? Right. And even if our carts aren't exactly what we had in mind, it'll still be fun to drive them to the finish line. Sure.
Hopefully.
This is the best part. Yeah. CMC's behind the wheels.
No sisters behind the wheel.
Derby racers to the starting line! Derby racers to the starting line!
The race is about to start, Scootaloo. You better shake a leg if you want to ride in the winning cart. You too, Sweetie Belle. There's only one seat left aboard this creative masterpiece, and it's just for you. Woo!
Whoa, ponies, wait for me! This traditional cart handles at the exact perfect pace.
I love it. She's just p-rolling.
And I got the passenger seat all warmed up for you, Apple Bloom.
Passenger seat.
I think you should be putting your hooves down right about now. Hey, get the fuck out. Sit behind me. This is my race.
Older ponies driving. First they built.
Diamond Tiara's got a butler. That's great.
I know they were all excited to help, but I don't think they're really helping anymore. We better hurry if we want to be a part of this race at all.
Aren't you all missing
Cheerily.
They'll be along.
And, usually the younger ponies drive the carts.
Darling, do these look like usual carts to you?
Well, she isn't wrong. They're not usual. That's dangerous, maybe?
Racers! On your marks, get set, go!
Applejack dead last. Yeah. Ah! Screams of frustration.
Faster? Don't be silly. This is perfect.
That face. I love that guitar. Wacky Races! Hey!
Check out my old-fashioned carts. Check me out, racing the derby in my original work of art. Check me out, faster than ever. There's no pony can catch me now. Let me out, I'd do it over if I only knew how.
Oh, their harmonies are so good. Derby Races. They even did the checkered thing. You rock.
Designed with imagination.
My cart's the most traditional, just plain no complications.
Look at me, I am the ace. Might as well give up the chase. Wish we could stop
Oh.
this race. Start again and do it our way. Having any fun yet? No? Maybe if we could go a little faster.
Okay, so far third act is delivering. I really like this.
Gotta get some attention if I want that ribbon.
Hey, there's at least some cheat gimmick going on. Hey, she remembered the turbo.
Just relax, we're gonna cruise it. Guess I don't really care since we're clearly gonna lose it. See,
Somehow they'll win, won't they?
presentation is our glory. Just past you even faster.
Oh, I'd love to be riding in that one.
Bigger, bolder down the track. The view from the back of the pack. Won't stop, we're on the attack. Too late to take it all back.
I love this song as well. Oh. Hospital trip incoming. That's kind of poor track design. Why would you have them
Beautiful
intersect into each other.
Duckling!
And my old-time card is a rootin' tootin' wreck.
But that was a musical delight. That was great.
It still counts as a win if I push my card across, right?
And they've snapped.
Huh? We were supposed to design them. And we were supposed to drive them. The Derby was supposed to be for us, not the three of you. Now you've ruined it for every pony.
Boo!
But I suppose we might have gotten a teensy bit carried away.
Go
You
home.
all wanted our help.
We did. We wanted your help to build our carts, but we all ended up with carts that are what each of you wanted. Mm-hmm. Well, why didn't you say anything?
They did.
You've all done the race before. I just figured you knew best. Plus, it's hard to speak up to older
No,
ponies.
they kind of
Oh,
did.
I certainly understand that.
He said,
But you
no,
also
can
think
we
older
do
ponies
what I want?
automatically know best.
And we probably could have done a better job of listening to you.
Thank you.
I guess we owe all three of you an apology.
Maybe not just us.
How do you feel about a do-over? I think that's a wonderful idea. But maybe the older pony should sit this one out.
All right.
Thanks for helping us fix up our carts. Pretty creative, right?
I love it.
I know it's not traditional, but it sure looks fast, don't it?
Okay, this is
You know, darling,
sweet.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but that yellow fringe is rather
Rarity.
after all.
Dirty and in a cap.
Thanks, every pony. We couldn't have done it without
I approve of this.
Yep. I sure am glad
Do we
Miss
get to
Shirley
see
agreed to
who
run the race
wins?
over again.
Well, it isn't every year I get to say this twice, but Derby Racers to the starting line!
Oh,
Derby
good.
Racers
We can
to
see
the
how it
starting
goes.
line!
Hey, no one's got passengers now.
On your marks, get set, go!
And it's probably best keeping all the grown-ups on the sidelines. But
I want fan art
who's supposed
of
to do
these
that?
three dressed like that.
I think I have an idea.
Of course.
Much better. Honestly, I'm not sure why we wanted to race those cars in the first place. Seriously. This is the most relaxed I've been all day.
I love how that's the benchmark. All day. So much for relaxing.
I mean, this is the life. Right, ponies?
All right. Okay. What I will say a flaw of this episode was it spent a little bit too long building up the obvious problem past the point where we were well aware that it was a problem. Now, I am aware this may be the kid show aspect of it, but it was painfully on display this time. I'm not going to lie about that. And I can see why it might have annoyed certain other people. You know, especially if they choose to focus on the way the sisters completely ignored the point and made it about themselves. But, what you must also understand is these characters are not perfect. They can make human mistakes, relatively. You know, because ponies, but... And this was a perfectly human mistake to make. You know, some opportunity like this comes around, it's very easy to get carried away with how, you know, with your own experiences and how you think things should be done. And you have decided, and it's the personal pride that comes with being able to make something to build on either your past glories or past failures. And achieve something with it, regardless of what the voices around you are telling you. They got swept up in that, and I think that's fine. I just feel like the episode spent a little too long hammering that in. I mean, the third act more than bumped this episode up by having some pretty good humour, especially with Applejack and Apple Bloom toiling behind at the end. And I enjoyed the music, especially that special kind of guitar. I forget if it is a special kind of guitar or it's like light, not quite ukulele or banjo, but it's not quite full electric guitar either. It's this weird middle that has a plink sound to it. I really like how it sounds. Mandolin, is that it? Mandolin? I think it was used in one of season 5 songs. Yeah, I think it's a mandolin. Anyway, I thought that was really catchy, and I like how it threw me off was, oh wait, it's just a montage, but no, it really did end up being the backing music for a song, which was very well harmonised. Got to hear got to hear Ashley Ball and Kazumi Evans belting out their singing voices for their respective characters, and then the CMC harmonising. You had basically the best singers, bar Kelly Sheridan, who Starlight Glimmered, all in one song, and that made it pretty damn epic. I'm not gonna lie. And also the rhyme composition was pretty good. The rhythm and flow of the song that matched with the racing, and they threw in the Wacky Races homages that I was hoping for. That pleased me immensely. Yeah, I don't think there's too much I can say about this episode that I didn't already say, because it is quite a simple concept. It's Derby Day, the sisters take over, do what they think they need to do without listening to opinions around them. It goes wrong, they apologise, and it gets fixed. That's basic cartoon fare. And, putting it to Ponies, it pulled it off very well, especially because obviously they're using materials and... Wait a minute, how did they power those cars? How did they power those cars? What's making them go vroom? Like the floats at the parade? I'll have to look up if any analyst bronies explain this. Because, what, is it, can you bottle magic? Like you can bottle lightning? Can you just have magic batteries that power the vehicle forward? I don't know. So that's something for me to think about while I'm editing this, but for now, I will see you guys next time.